All right, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are tuning in from. Welcome to the very first Senergy Autonomic Nervous System Reset Challenge. I am super excited for this. I am joined today by our fearless leader, the founder, the CEO, Mr. Scott Tennant, to kick us off. We are going to be doing this challenge to start 2026 off right, to get us all set up for the best year yet. We're starting today, January 16th. It is a Friday. So if you're watching this on replay, that is when we are kicking this off as a community, our Senergy family. We're going to run all the way through until January 31st. And we have all kinds of surprises planned for you throughout that time. Super excited for all of you to be here. I'm going to start off by uh, talking to Scott about why ANS. Why are we talking about the autonomic nervous system? Why this is so important, not just for pain, but for overall wellness, and why this challenge is so exciting for all of us. Scott, why are we doing ANS? What is the importance here, and why are we starting 2026 like this?
Sure. Thank you, Alex. Um, you know, Truly starting your day off in a good place really sets your day off in a good place. It's resetting your body even when you first wake up. A lot of people wake up and they say go. Well, that's you're already accelerating. You hit the ceiling. You hit the ceiling. Resetting the autonomic nervous system starts on a level playing ground. At that time when you're resetting, you can also say your mantras, you can say your goals, you can relax, you can breathe, you can set it in a beautiful space where you start your day from here. I like to call it ground level. The ground level is flat, the sea level is flat, it's always the same. It gives you a base level. Then you can accelerate. And if you get to a point you need to reset, you reset your autonomic nervous system again, you come back down to sea level. Then you can go in and you're in control of your day, your life, your cortisol changes, your cortisol goes down. Your breathing resets, your heart resets, your mind resets, your spirit resets. You're in a great place. So, what better time than the first of the year to start this year in this space? To start this year, this space in this day at this time at ground level. The reason we're doing a challenge is to set your day, your life, and your goals into a pattern, to create a pattern, to create a habit. After you do it after these times, you'll say, I need this. I need to be in this space because you now know you are in control. So that's truly why we're starting here and starting now. Because as a team, as a company, as a family, as a group, we stand together. We help each other. We help keep each other here. So we're doing it as a group for that reason.
Awesome. Yeah. And that's so beautiful. And now, just to give you guys a little bit of background, I did touch on this on Wednesday. If you guys want to jump into our Wellness Wednesday and go a little deeper into the background of ANS, but just a high level overview here. The ANS, it's your autonomic nervous system. Auto. It's what does all of the background processes, which is far more numerous than what you're consciously aware of. It keeps your heart beating, it keeps your blood pressure stable, your temperature stable, it keeps you breathing throughout the night. It does all of the things that you don't have to think about. And Scott, correct me if I'm wrong, but everyone is pretty much balanced in that. It seems pretty easy these days to just stay calm when you need to be calm, and energetic when you need to be energetic, right? There's no stress influencing that, right? Why are we even doing this challenge? There's no stress out there, right?
Right. And that's funny because I hear people all the time, they say, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. My life is good. Then when you start to look at it and say, so do you ever wake up really stressed and by 10 a.m. you're like, I just need to take a break. They're like, yes. I'm like, what if you can control that? And then they
Yeah.
think, wait a minute. And I said, this thing, ding, 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 shake, 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 ring, 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 this the trailers on the bottom of every news program. I was somewhere and CNN was playing, and everything was breaking news, and scrollers and this and that. And I thought, everybody is in PTSD from just life and the way things are. There's too much information. There's billboards, there's messages, there's notes, there's WhatsApp, there's text messages, there's ping pong, ping pong. And by noon, you're exhausted. So yeah, when you have a tool like this and you can recreate it, you can set yourself straight. You can say, you know what, Alex, I need a moment. I'm going to reset my autonomic nervous system. I'll be right back with you.
Yep.
Everybody resets. We're all back at that sea level. Now you got control of your life. So yeah, everybody's a little upset and a little dragged out. So yeah.
Yeah. So I like to think of it like a car. So the autonomic nervous system kind of has two main functions. Your sympathetic, which is your fight or flight, go, 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 get things done, which is your brake pedal on a car, right? You're going and it gets action moving, right? And your parasympathetic, which is your rest and relax function of the nervous system, is your brake. It slows things down. You get to take a look at your surroundings, reset, and calm down. Now, what happens if you're constantly pressing on that gas? If there's constant stimulation coming in and you are go, go, go all the time, well, it's going to deplete your fuel. You're going to be wrapped around a tree in no time, because you can't sustain that, and you don't have time to check all of the other functions of the car. You're not making sure that your tire pressure is good. You're not making sure that your coolant levels are such that you're not going to overheat. You're not checking the oil. None of those things can function if you're constantly on the gas. But also, if you're always on the brake, you're standing still. Nothing is happening. What good is the car if you're just sitting in place? So there needs to be a balance there. And what all of this stress, the insidiousness of it is that you're not just slamming on the gas all the time, but your foot is slightly on that gas pedal, making it that much more difficult for the brake to function. So you're feeling like, how come I can't slow down as well as I used to? How come when I want to reset and check all of these things or rejuvenate, how come it's so difficult to get that gas pedal to slow things down, or that brake to slow things down? Because you're constantly on that gas, whether you know it or not. And that is where it creeps in. And an intervention such as vagus nerve stimulation, which we're going to get into here in a minute, is so powerful to make that reset happen when you're not used to doing it naturally, and to build that muscle back up in your body so that you can do it on your own. Just to get into this, you don't need anything to get started. You can absolutely calm down if you take that step back and say, do some deep breathing. So why don't we start that right now? Everybody, just sit comfortably, close your eyes, and take a deep breath in. Hold it and let it out nice and slow. One more time, deep breath in and let it out. Final time here, deep breath and let it out and enjoy it. How does everybody feel now? Just that little bit can take you out of that fight or flight moment right then and there if you actually concentrated on it. However, being a personal development coach amongst my many other talents, one of my great mentors, Tony Robbins, always likes to say, "Hey, look, the hardest thing about positive thinking is you have to think about it." So something like breathing in the heat of the moment when that guy just cut you off in traffic and you want to hunt him down, and your nervous system stays up and ready to go, it's very difficult to do that. if you instead go through a consistent challenge like this to show your nervous system what is possible through energetic means via the biomodulator, which I believe is the best on the market to do that. And we'll get into why here in a second. Then you train your nervous system to react better in those moments when they occur. So it's less about you having to go consciously into, oh, I need to calm down, but I can't because I'm so stressed. And it naturally happens that much easier. Your nervous system gets more flexible. So, Scott, um, why the what's the deal with the biomodulator? How does it work? Why is it so effective in doing an autonomic nervous system reset? Can you
Yeah,
share a bit about that?
absolutely. Absolutely. So one is the frequency set. The frequency set is medical grade and it is designed to speak to the body, but also change the message. So it's like, I like to say it's like a song where it plays the song. If the song was one word, the body would get really upset for a minute. It's like, it's a small world, it gets in your mind. But after about the third time you hear it's a small world after all, you're tired of the song. And if you're trapped on the ride, by the time you get done, you're like, I never want to do that again. And that's the way most other devices are. It's a repetitive song that the body goes, yeah, I don't know if I like that anymore. It's a pebble in your shoe. It's something that's irritating after a while. So the frequency set of the biomodulator is very specifically changed so it interacts with the body and it sings a song that are different words and different phrases all the way through. So as it's going in, it talks to the body directly, smoothly, calmly, like a song where the body can actually relax. And so a lot what you said is like when I reset mine, I find myself in a beautiful space, a beautiful place, the best, most comfortable place I can be. I look at a beautiful scenery or have on beautiful music. I say my mantras, I talk to myself nicely. And so slowly, like you just said, I slowly work with the device to change my mood. And I hold. Then I approach that. So one thing I'd like to add is one of the programs in the military, they were working with the worst of the worst PTSD people. So what they noticed is they would keep the people on campus and they would treat them hourly. So just like you said, it becomes the new standard, the sea level. So these people have gotten into this PTSD that's very complex, that a door slamming can set them off. Somebody yelling at their child over the corner can set them off. So they need to have a new normal. So they would reset every hour with a bowel modulator directly on their vagus nerve. What happened is after a day or two, you start to notice that the body recognizes sea level again, and it starts to notice this common pattern. It's easier to stay there when you have that constant peace. And you have that song from the bowel modulator that talks to the body very calmly. The body says, that's what I need, and that's what's normal. The conscious, the subconscious, the sympathetic, the parasympathetic start to notice things start to work. So the frequency, the technique, your mindset, and the way we're going to walk you through this is all very important. It's very entwined. So during the day, a lot of times, I'll start out with the device, and then I take the hourly clue that they used to do. Midday, if I think, gosh, I have too much in my head, reset. I go back, I reset, go in a beautiful place, a beautiful space, reset my goals and my intentions, and I roll right into reset. My ground level resets, my sea level resets, and I go through the day. It helps keep me in a wonderful space. So now I can think without my subconscious going, this is happening, this is happening, this happened, I control it. So the device, the frequencies, the technique, and also having someone that you partner with that keeps you accountable. Because once you have somebody like this, Alex, we all talk about, have you reset today? It's accountability partners. And so that's one thing when we decided to do this as a group. Let's bring our family. Let's bring our Senergy family, our owners, our advice owners in on this. So that's what makes it different.
Yeah. Yeah, and I love that sense of community and doing it all together. We're going to be posting some of the stuff that we do throughout the next 2 weeks on our Facebook. If you guys have any experiences that you would like to share, please do. People love to see what other people are experiencing throughout the process. We love to hear it. We would love to see before and afters. Write down, how are you feeling this morning before you did your nervous system reset. And then at the end, how are you feeling halfway through? What has been your experience to that point? We love to hear these things. It never gets old, no matter how many times I hear, oh my God, I can't believe XYZ happened. And I've seen it over and over with the tenant biomodulator. I am living proof of that. Now, Scott, I was doing all the right things before I met the biomodulator. At least I thought I was. I was taking the supplements. I was going to the naturopath. She's telling me this is what you need. Blah blah blah. How come those chemical interventions were not working? Did it have anything to do with my voltage at all? Perhaps.
Yes, yes, yes. So voltage, if you don't have voltage in your Tesla, you're not going anywhere. If you don't have voltage in your battery on your combustion car, you're not going anywhere. So the base is always charge your body, get your body charged so you can roll up the windows, you can run your radio, you can drive your car, you can do all the things in this amazing body that you can do, the voltage. Also, resetting the sympathetic, parasympathetic, getting your base. Your mind can work for you or against you. So if you don't have the voltage, your body can take in the raw materials, all this wonderful stuff, exercise, the chemicals, the medicines or the herbs or the vitamins that you need, but it doesn't have the power to use it. It can try to keep you alive, or it can try to help build new cells and function and do things and keep everything working. But it can't do all of it without voltage. So voltage is important. Resetting this is so very powerful. We're just starting to learn that your brain, your subconscious, your conscious, your autonomic nervous system's controlled all that stuff. When you get that sea-level base, this isn't stealing all your voltage trying to run so fast. With all the stuff coming at us, like we talked about earlier, it you calm it. You use less voltage. So, and what I've noticed is when people get to that point where they reset, they go, oh, and the body does the same thing. The body, the mind, and the spirit says, I'm safe and I can move. So one thing I'd like to add is, guys, take a picture or have somebody take a picture of you treating your autonomic nervous system, post it, let other people know what you're doing. People are hungry. People are hungry for peace in their life. People are hungry for what is something that helps you accelerate. You can accelerate from this place and not hit that ceiling. I'm using the camera to show you. You hit the ceiling, you can't go anywhere. Tell people this is what I'm doing. And what's funny is I've had people send me pictures from all over the world, sitting on, on a pyramid, resetting their autonomic nervous system. I never thought about that. How fun is that? They said, I found a beautiful space. Look where I'm at. That would be really amazing to see that. Post it to our Facebook, post it to our thing, send it to us.
Yeah.
Let us see, where did you find a beautiful space to reset your autonomic nervous system where you can say, look, I found my peace. So
Absolutely, absolutely. And you hit it. The autonomic nervous system isn't necessarily going to add or subtract voltage in your body, but what it does is set the energetic environment that your cells live in. That's why we're starting with this. It removes by doing the autonomic nervous system reset via the vagus nerve, which we're going to get into here just a second. It it removes the conditions that drain that cellular voltage. It takes that foot off the gas pedal, um, and allows you to restore. It allows your cells to do what they need to do best in order to heal themselves. It's not doing the process for you, it's removing the conditions that keep you go, 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 taking that fuel away from your cells to regenerate because there's an immediate need here. I have to deal with this threat now. Now it allows your cells to hold a charge, to do their natural processes. And what that does is it helps with your total wellness, but it also helps with your pain levels. If you're constantly on high alert for what could be threatening you, then you're going to be super sensitive to pain signals. And that, just by resetting your nervous system, calms all of that down. And now your threshold for pain goes up because it's not hyper vigilant for a threat. It's allowing everything to reset and heal, and that pain threshold gets that much better. And over time, which is why we're doing it for 2 weeks, we're setting the conditions so that you continue it far beyond the challenge, so that your nervous system knows, hey, I can feel absolutely calm. I don't need to stay 1 foot on the gas, 1 foot on the brake. I can fully let go of that gas and rejuvenate when I need to, and I can fully hit the throttle also when I need to. It's that flexibility, and that is where your overall health is really going to benefit. You're going to be able to see that person cut you off in traffic and say, oh, he's just having a bad day. I'm going to get to my destination safely. Everything is cool. And when I need to go for a run, I'm going to hit that gas pedal again. And when I get home and I'm sleeping, I'm going to sleep deeper and more restorative than ever. And this sets everything up for a better day, better week, better year. And that's why I'm so excited to do that to start 2026. Um, so let me dive into just a little bit more about why the biomodulator, because there's a lot of talk about vagus nerve stimulation these days, and Scott hit the nail on the head when he was talking about, we have a wide professional grade frequency set. Now, you're not going to use all of those at the same time for doing vagus nerve reset, but you have that tool in your toolbox. One of my greatest one of my favorite quotes in the restaurant field. I'm a total foodie, and I like to visit high-end restaurants and things. And I heard this quote by a famous chef, and he's like, "We want consistency in experience, not in taste. We want variety in taste." So we're allowing the biomodulator gives you that variety in the taste of different frequencies, so that your brain isn't constantly reliant on just one frequency to get you into that calm state. So over time, it says, "Oh, this is a calm signal. That's a calm signal. All of these are calm signals. So now I can start to do it by myself. I don't need that intervention. That intervention was great to get me over the hump, and now I can start to do it as my baseline, my sea level, which is something that most devices cannot do. What they also can't do is the type of waveform that the biomodulator puts out is a biphasic sine wave. That is nearly identical to the wave that your cells use to communicate with each other. It's a language that they speak. It is non-threatening. It is something that is naturally soothing. So the risk of depolarization and threat signal is greatly reduced because it is a nice calm sine, which is naturally curved, instead of a square or a rectangle, which most consumer grade devices use. That could depolarize and get you the shift in the moment, but your body is reliant on that because it's not a natural signal that it understands. So when it comes off of your body, then you shift right back into that sympathetic, because it's like, okay, now that signal's gone. Now I'm getting all the threat again, and it's just not working long term. So it is much harder to get that higher vagal tone over time, which we're going for, and really show your body what is possible. And the biomodulator does that unlike anything else. Not only does it have that natural type of frequency waveform, but it also uses a cybernetic loop to adapt in real time to what your body needs. As you get it on your neck, it's not just sending that signal, a dumb signal, over and over. it is adapting in real time so that minute 5 is just as therapeutic as minute 1. These other devices, they send the same signal the entire time. So that minute 5 could be overstimulation because it's not adapting to you. And what started out as calming, now it starts to get into a threat response because it's like, okay, this is too much now. And you don't really know where that threshold might be. So you have the risk of overdoing it faster. And, the biomodulator greatly reduces that. So all of those factors combined make this a tremendous device. I have not used anything better. This totally got me out of my pain and my stress and my low energy, and it didn't take very long. And I am super grateful to have this as an option. So, Scott, as we're doing this, obviously, we want to. Can you show people kind of how to do it, where to place it, and then what the set and setting is perfect for calming that nervous system down? Obviously, we want to be scrolling through social media. We want to be looking at those pings in the news. We want to be in that stress mode while we're doing it, right? Am I
Sure.
getting this, or what's going
Sure.
on here?
Yes. Yes. Let me grab my device. I had it over here. Reset
Okay.
myself earlier. Let me grab it real quick.
Yeah. So I'm obviously joking. We the set and setting matter a lot. We want it to be a calming, peaceful place to start with so that it's that much easier. We want to stack the modalities. That deep breathing that we just did, you can do that while you have the physical stimulation on the cervical area on your neck here with either your Y electrode or the rear electrode of your biomodulator right back here. You can do it with different attachments, but you want to do it in a calm place, someplace that naturally will get you into that parasympathetic rest and relax. All right,
Yes.
Scott, what do you got here?
Awesome. Perfect. So I'm choosing my frequency, and a lot of times, I'm on the run a lot or in an airport, so I will use the back electrode. So this, a lot of people forget that this is actually a treatment plate. So one's positive, one's negative, and they reverse back and forth to change polarity. So it's doing the thing. So anywhere you need to treat on your body, you can always use this or any of the accessories. So I'll a lot of times just use this directly on my vagus nerve here. And I'll turn it up till I just barely feel it. And then hold it here for about 3 to 5 minutes.
That's all you
So
need.
fast and easy, fast and easy. So again, I always get myself in a beautiful space where there's nothing feeding me the negative information. No kids screaming, no TV running, no weird rock music playing in the background. It's either soothing music or none. I'm either standing by a stream or a field or listening to the birds, or I'm looking out my window watching the trees move. But on either side here, or I'll take my trusty Y electrode, which I love. This thing can go over humps and bumps all over your body. Massage therapists love this thing. But you actually turn it in, put it in, take the device, turn it around, put it right on the vagus nerve. And you can use it for some nice, good leverage here. It's like a crowbar. So when you push in, you don't have to use a lot of force. To flatten out that through the fascia, through the vagus nerve, you're pushing everything up against that muscle there. Just hold it here for about 2.5 minutes. So you can tell it's not taking a whole lot of pressure to put some pressure on here. One side, then the other. So I've even been known to be on a call with a client and say, you know what? While we're talking, let's do this together. So it's a good way. You can tell I don't even have to look. I'm just looking at the camera, figuring out exactly where I need to go and treat ourselves together. It's really easy to do. I've been known to do this when I pull up at an appointment for somewhere. After all the traffic, stop, get it out, treat in the car. Oh, ready to go. So this is
Yep.
your friend. This is your friend. Any other accessory we have that puts it in a position where you need it, they're your friends. So
Yep.
easy to
Yeah,
do.
and yep, like Scott said, 2 to 5 minutes. That's really all you need. More is not necessarily a better thing. Once your brain has that signal to calm down, because it's a language that it understands through the biomodulator, it will stay that way for an extended period of time. You can rest, take those deep breaths, put on some calming music, close your eyes while you're doing it, and have a mindset going in that is, this is what my body needs. This is going to allow me to relax and rejuvenate. And your brain will soak that up as well. This process is largely afferent, which means it's going to your brain. Um, it's not going downstream to all of your body. It's giving your brain the calm signal, the no stress signal that everything is okay and I can rejuvenate. So if you're already consciously telling your brain that, then it'll work that much better, that much easier, and you will build that vagal tone over time. Now, we're doing this as a challenge all together, like we said, and the goal is consistency here. So if you can do it at the same time, same place every day to really set that habit up so that you can do it beyond the challenge. I would probably stick to the same frequency for now for the 2 weeks. Show your body what calm means and then vary from there. I change either week to week or every 2 weeks to kind of mix it up, but you do want to keep it that way for at least a week. So say 10-8 is a great frequency to start off with because it's consistent. It's not going to jump up and down on you on your neck. And that will really set the tone for, okay, now I understand. This is your brain talking. Now I understand what calm, what peace feels like. And the week after the challenge, you do it on infinity, which modulates a bit more. And it's like, oh yes, I understand that this process is calm. And now I have new inputs from different frequencies. So I know that it's not just that one frequency that is calm. It's all of these. So now I have more plasticity, more flexibility. But this challenge is all about setting that tone, getting that consistency in your routine, and setting 2026 off right so that you have this ability throughout your entire year. Anything you want to add to that, Scott?
I'm right there with you. I do mine like what he said. I do it every morning. I do it when I need it during the day. And yes, I start out with one frequency, and then I figure out what I need. And there's different frequencies I need at different times sometimes because I just learned my body what it needs. And so, yeah. So
Yeah.
the big thing is consistency. Try to get that habit set. Try to do it at the same time your body gets used to it. That helps you set that habit. That lets you set your body, your mind, your spirit to where you know exactly that you have control in this body, mind, spirit.
Yeah. It's one step at a time. Once you get that consistency down, then you start to show it the variety. Then you start to do other layers on top of that, which we can walk you through. We're going to have a great video coming out on that mindset piece from a just master coach in her field. So we're super excited about that. We're going to have more content for you throughout these 2 weeks. Like I said, that 10% off of your biomodulator sale is still on. We want to give you the best deal of the season to start the year. If you don't already have Senergy equipment, we would love to get it into your hands at a great deal. If you have equipment already, call us to see what attachments you could add to your repertoire. We have the red light therapy pad, we have the hand grips and foot plates, all kinds of ways to get voltage into the body. If you know somebody who wants a package along with the biotransducer here, we have deals on that. You can go to Senergy.us down at the bottom, schedule a call with one of our amazing advisors who have been doing this for decades. I would probably say over a century of combined experience,
Yep.
best
Yep.
in the best on the planet. And there's so many ways to get in contact with us. We have live chat, we have email, you can call us. Please get in contact with us if you have any questions at all. Leave comments on this video on the Facebook page, however, and we will get those answers for you. And we'll have some cool promos at the end of this as well. Nothing's going to be better than the 10% off. It's just going to be different stuff to continue your journey beyond this challenge at the end, and to celebrate all of us doing it together for these next 2 weeks. So like Scott and I said, post your experiences. We would love to hear from you. Any testimonials, the before and afters. We're going to have so much fun doing this together, and we're going to post our findings as well, which are going to be super cool, because we have some new testing equipment that we're using as well to track this in a way that we've never done before. So we'll let you in on some more of that as we go, and really have fun with this challenge. Scott, do you have any parting words for everybody as we kick this thing off?
Share what you're doing with your friends and family. You know, they're going to see you change. They're going to see your calmness. They're going to see what's going on. And the best way to hold yourself is to let people know what you're doing. It helps keep you accountable. So share with them, and you'll be surprised when people say, "I'm stressed also." A lot of people are holding it together. You can share the gift and say, "You can control this." That's what friends, family do. That's why we're sharing this with you. So tell people what you're doing, share with them, and say, "You know what? You can also be calm. You can be healthy. It is a new year, new you. It's a time to share and to tell people, let's do this together. Let's make this the best year ever." So thank you, Alex.
Absolutely. Thank you, Scott. Yeah, bring them along on the journey with you. Even if they don't have equipment, just have them sit with you, hold space, do that breathing, do some light meditation, do some nice gentle movement, get things flowing in a calm way, distinctively calm, without any distractions, and see how your 2026 starts off differently than any other year previously. I'm super excited. Thank you, Scott, for all of
You,
this.
man.
Any questions, let us know. Stay energized, my friends, and have a lot of fun with this challenge. We're here to support you. Have a great 2026, everybody. Thanks, Scott.
Thank you. Thank you, Alex.
All
Thanks,
right, take
guys.
care.
Bye.